Hi guys, it's Nancy and I am here with a brand new release from Catherine Pooler Designs. This is part of the Celebrate Spring collection, which is being released in March of 2022. It will be available to Stamp Nation members on March 8th and to the regular public on March 9th. So we're going to make a really easy card here using some of the new products. The first thing I'm going to show you is this wonderful new floral background stamp. This is called Flower Power Background Stamp. And I believe there is also a coordinating slim line die, which I have ordered and I'm just waiting for it to come in. But this is the background stamp, nice red rubber cling stamp. Okay. We're also going to be using the new pattern paper, Mr. Rabbit's Garden. And what I like about this pattern paper is it's not super bright. This is kind of more muted tones. It's using the Spa Collection inks. And it tells you here it goes great with rose petals, clay masks, mandarin spice, shea butter, spruce, tranquil inks, and Salt Lake City sequin mix. And I'll just kind of flip through some of the designs here. As you can see, I've already had fun playing with this. I think I'll leave this one out for today. So some really cute designs there. And I need another one. So we'll come back to that, but I definitely want this one. All right. I'm also going to be using the brand new Hops and Peeps stamps, and I do have the coordinating dies, and look how cute it is, okay? Happy Easter. You have the bunny and his two little paws there. You have some dots, some florals. The dots go with the florals, or if you want to use them as accents. You have some grass, some more little flowers, two little butterflies. Happy Easter and Celebrate Spring are your sentiments. You have a sideway butterfly and a top butterfly, and then we have this little chick and his little feet. So stay tuned because I do have some other videos using those guys. And I'm also bringing in from last month's release 2 circle dies out of the This Way round dies. We're going to be using these 2 circle dies out of there. I have the coordinating inks, and I have the Salt Lake City sequin mix. And we're going to be doing some heat embossing with Halo embossing powder, and we'll be using the Tombow marker. All right, so let's get into this. I've already pre-made my card base, so I wanted to cut down this shea butter background. We're going to make this 5.5 by 4.25 for our background. Is A2 size. So that's going to be our first layer on the card, like that. Okay. Then our next layer is going to be heat embossed. So we're going to bring in our heat embossing. And for that I have a piece of 5.25 by 4 white cardstock. And we're going to use that Flower Power background, and we're going to ink that whole thing up. And I'm using Wow embossing powder, and Wow embossing ink as well. It's a clear, sticky ink. Put our cardstock on there. And then we're going to rub that. And you can grab scrap piece of paper or some mail. Hey, look at that. Just to help get that down. Okay, and I know you guys can't see it on camera, but it is definitely there. Oops, I forgot to use my anti-static tool. I think we'll be okay because we're using it's a fairly clear ink. It's going to give us a tone-on-tone look, or powder, sorry. So this is Halo embossing powder, and it's basically just some glitter. It's very subtle. Do that in half, and then carefully sprinkle it down the other half. Tap off the excess. Put that on my glass mat. Funnel this back into the jar carefully. And then we're going to bring our heat tool over. I find glitter embossing powder is the hardest to tell if it's melted, and it's very quick to melt. So all you're going to do is just keep an eye on it, and as soon as you kind of see that glitter lay down flat and you see a little bit of glossiness appear from the actual embossing powder, then you're done. If you overheat glitter embossing powder, it'll actually melt. So you just need to like melt and disappear. So once you see it kind of go glossy, then you know it's done. I can see there's a little spot right there that's still matte. And you just want to have good lighting, kind of tilted at an angle. And any place that's still matte and not shiny looking, those are the spots you missed. And I think pretty good there. I missed quite a few. All right, now I think we're good. All right, so we're good enough for what I needed. Oh, there's another spot. And again, you don't want to overheat it because it will burn into the paper. All right, that looks pretty good. So we have our base, we have our background, and then I'm going to grab another piece of the pattern paper, and I'm going to use the larger circle to die cut that, and then I'm going to grab the smaller circle and die cut just a plain white paper, which I've done already. And so for the larger one, it's just going to be our background behind the circle. I'm going to go with this floral image. No, changed my mind. Let's use these stripes. There we go. I like that better. So I'm going to die cut this with my die cutting machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we have our two circles die cut. So now we can start to assemble everything. Okay. So that is the basis for our background. And now we're going to do some stamping and some coloring. And we'll assemble it and it'll be all done. All right, so I've already pre-stamped the butterfly from the, and die cut it from the Hops and Peeps stamp set. So we're going to color that in a little bit. And I'm just going to grab the shea butter and the Mandarin spice. And this is where that Tombow marker comes in. Just grab a little bit of that color off the lid. Okay, then I'm going to grab a little bit of the Mandarin spice and just fill in some of the accent there. Very, very simple coloring. All right. Oh, we gotta do this little part down here. All right, and now my butterfly is colored. Okay, so that's done for the coloring. All right, so then the next part is just to do some stamping on here. So we're going to grab some of those different color inks. And we're going to grab Celebrate Spring as our sentiment, and that's going to go right in the center there. I'm going to grab my waffle flower mat because I like to have that underneath when I'm doing some stamping. It just gives it a little bit of extra give. And I'm going to stamp that in Spruce. Nice dark green. Okay, then we're just going to grab some floral images, different colors here. We have shea butter. Rose petals. Tranquil. And then we can grab some of those little dots that are in here. There's 3 different size little dot stamps. There's a small, medium, and large. And you can use those to kind of accent your florals. So I bring in some Mandarin spice, put that in there. And there's a little medium dot here. Bring in some clay mask. Can add some little accent dots. And then there's a much, much smaller one. Tiny, tiny, tiny little guy. All right, and then you can add as much or as little as you want to do with your accents there. So now all we're going to do is assemble everything. So the Celebrate Spring is going to go right in the center there. I think I'll use some foam tape and pop that up. I always struggle because of my nails. The release tape is very easy to get off. It's just my fingernails can't get under there. Okay, there we go. You can see how all those colors are now represented in here. Very pretty. Now we just add our little butterfly. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I'm going to kind of fold him a little. I'm just going to add a little bit of glue along that little fold. And we'll just give that a second to dry. And then we have our really easy card. Oh, I wanted to add some sequins. Forgot about those. These are the new Salt Lake City sequin mix. Very beautiful mix. It almost reminds me of weddings. I mean, not just spring, but weddings. You have some light pinks, yellows, some iridescent. You have these cute little flowers. Where is my sequin pencil? Yes. We'll just do a few. Oops. Ooh, he's a dainty little flower. He doesn't want to stick. Okay, and there we have it with some of those sequins on there. So there we go. Really, really easy to make. Here is the prototype that I made using a little bit different butterfly and some different papers, but lots of fun, very easy to do, how easy everything was to coordinate. We have some heat embossing, some stamping, some coloring. There we go. If you have any questions, I will post everything down in the description down below. If you are not subscribed to my channel, I would really love to have you as a subscriber. Make sure you click that bell so you get notifications anytime I post new videos. I will have a couple videos featuring this new release from Catherine Pooler Designs. And again, it's the Celebrate Spring Collection from Catherine Pooler Designs, available March 2022. And I will link the website, the affiliate link down below for you. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up from you. And have a good day. Keep on stamping. Bye.